Tropical storm Melissa formed in the Caribbean Sea, and it's expected to become a hurricane by Saturday. A hurricane watch has been issued for parts of Haiti, and a tropical storm watch is in effect for Jamaica. There is a low chance Melissa directly impacts the mainland United States, but forecasters are still tracking its path. Puerto Rico is much more likely to experience some of the storm's rain.
Are we still in hurricane season
We
right now?
are. It continues for the next couple months.
All right. Well, believe it or not, winter is only a few weeks away. Why am I saying that? And some people are going to need their extra warm coats and blankets. AccuWeather officials say that intense winter storms are expected for various areas this season, including the Midwest, Ohio Valley, and the Northeast. Some cities, including Boston and Philadelphia, are forecast to see more snow than usual. That's the opposite for the Southeast and the Gulf Coast, where temperatures could hit record high levels with little rain providing relief. Meanwhile, on the West Coast, drought conditions are expected to worsen and wildfire threats will remain high. Kind of a mixed bag for the whole country.
Yeah, and in the 15-day outlook, Halloween kind of showing up. We've had snow on Halloween. I don't think that's going to be the case this year. We're definitely in that cooler stretch right now. We will warm it up for the weekend into next week, and then maybe a little more seasonable as we head towards Halloween. We'll see if we can keep it dry right now. Kind of iffy. There are some storms maybe by Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, we'll be right back.